everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Engage Students and Enhance Learning with Innovative STEAM Activities from Google, brought to you by Simple K-12. My name is Leanna, and we are here today with Deb Norton. Now, a little about our presenter. Deb Norton is a former 5th grade teacher and is currently a high school technology integration specialist and tech coach. She earned her master's degree in educational technology. She's a Google certified trainer and is the lead ed tech consultant at Innovative Educator Consulting. Deb also works on a one-to-one Chromebook and has presented at education conferences across the nation. Deb, we are so thrilled to have you here today with us. Thank you so much for joining.
Yes, good morning. I am thrilled to see all of the amazing people joining the chat this morning. What fun we're going to have today, you guys. I am so thrilled to be presenting today. I love nothing more than talking about STEAM activities, and there are some amazing things that I can share with you guys from Google today. If you want to access this presentation to follow along, the link is in the chat. You'll also see it on the bottom left of my slides. So feel free to join and kind of follow along and maybe bookmark this so that you have something to refer back to in the future. So yes, my name's Deb Norton. I am a Google certified trainer and I love doing everything Google, which is why when Simple K-12 said, hey Deb, can you share some things about STEAM experiments maybe with Google? I was like, yeah, I would love to do that. So folks, I come to you from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It is an absolutely perfect, beautiful sunny day here. So I can't wait to get outside later this afternoon, maybe take up a baseball game and enjoy my day. All right, let's dive in, you guys. For about the last, I'd say 10 years or so, coders at Google have created thousands of amazing STEAM experiments using things like the Chrome browser, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and so many more things. So today I'm going to showcase some of these wonderful projects from Google. These innovative activities cover all different types of areas, from music, the arts, culture, science, technology, and these are incorporated into many different areas: drawing apps, voice experiment apps, and so much more. Right here where it says Experiments with Google, you can click that and it'll open up the site that I'm using for many of the things I'm sharing today. So this changes all of the time. They are always doing something creative and new. That looked really interesting, what we were just seeing, this move mirror. So this is a site that you can go back to anytime and just say, okay, Deb, what were some of the cool things you shared? And then what are some of the new things that Google's working on? So this is a site that I used for many of the ideas I'm sharing today. Now, the activities that I'm sharing today will fall into one of or more of the different areas here. So artificial intelligence, that's when a computer can perform a task that normally would require a human, some intelligence from a human, and instead the computer's able to replicate that. We're talking about like speech recognition or language translation. And Chrome experiments are simply, it's like a playground for coders to design something really creative that works in the Chrome browser. We also have voice experiments, things that work like, for example, on an Alexa or Siri or Google Home. Those are really fun. And then we have machine learning. And machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence. It's when computer systems can automatically learn and improve from experience without having to be programmed. Machine learning uses algorithms. I won't get too technical into that, but just know that sites like Amazon and Netflix, when they make personalized recommendations to you, that's a form of machine learning. And we'll learn more about machine learning as we go through today's webinar. But I want to state a little claim here first. I want you to know that I, by no means, am an expert in knowing all about the current technologies. I just really play in these and I try to learn every day, and I'm really excited to share with you guys all the cool things I have learned so far. So let's dive in, you guys. We're going to look at some experiments from Google with music, and I think these are really going to impress you guys. So let's start out with something called the Chrome Music Lab. I'm wondering if any of you have gone to this site or played around with this at all. It is amazing. This again is a hyperlink, so I'm going to click there and take us to the Chrome Music Lab. It's a website that makes learning music a lot more accessible through fun, hands-on experiments. Now, many teachers have been using Chrome Music Lab as a tool in their classroom to explore music and its connections to science, math, art, and so much more. They've been combining these with dance and live instruments, and I'm going to be starting out with this one right here. It's called Song Maker. This is one of my favorites. So if we look at this right here, this is kind of a screenshot of what Song Maker is going to look like. It's going to allow a person to make a song just by clicking on the grid and then adding notes. You can also add drum beats and other kinds of percussion. And then you can even add a keyboard to your device, one that plugs in with a USB, and that will play off the keyboard as well. You can also sing into a microphone to record notes. And it's just crazy the possibilities here. This is a song in SongMaker that I created already ahead of time. And I'm just sharing the link here, but when I play this button down at the bottom, it'll play my song. I don't know how well you can hear that, but you can click the link yourself and play my song and listen to all the notes as they play. You can change the tempo. You can change the instruments or the type of music. Here's your mic where you can actually sing in your notes. This is just so crazy cool, you guys. And again, I got this right off Chrome Music Lab. It's right here. SongMaker, when you first open it, just has a blank grid. As I said, you can just go ahead and click different notes. And then you can add percussion right down here, and you can change the tempo, and there's all kinds of settings. Here's where you can save it, and you can share this out with a link. How cool is that? I just love Chrome Music Lab. I've spent a few hours on that site. All right, so that's one of the great experiments coming out of Google. Now, let me go back one thing here. So this is where you can access the song I created right here with this link. All right, now moving on, there is something called AI Duet. This uses machine learning to let you play a duet with the computer. So the developers here played tons and tons of different possible combinations. And then those examples created what's called a neural net. Think of it like a collection, right? And that neural net then gave all these possible ideas of how a computer could respond when a person plays the piano. So let me try to demo this for you a little bit. Here's my keyboard. I'm going to play some notes. I think they appear like in a blue or green color, and then the computer responds with yellow notes. So watch what happens here. Now that was me. And the yellow is the computer. And notice how it patterned very similar to what I played. So I just did a quick random, and there it goes back. Isn't that cool? So again, that's called machine learning, where the machine actually teaches itself how to respond to the human connection. Isn't that? I think that's just amazing. Again, that came off of that same website, the Chrome Music Lab. So here's another just quick link to AI Duet and a little GIF I created to demonstrate that, so you can show that to people. They will then understand how that works. Now, let's talk about MixLab. MixLab uses your voice to adjust and create music. So this is going to be using your microphone, and you'll speak in, and then you'll say commands such as add a ukulele, or add a drum set, or slow down the beat. And from your voice commands, it will then change the music that's playing. That is super cool. Now, I highly recommend that if you go to this site, MixLab, you start out with the About tab. That just makes it a little bit easier to show students and for you yourself to understand how it works. So when you get here, I would definitely go to About and try and give it a shot that way first so you understand it. All right, moving on. Let's switch over a little bit and let's go to Google Arts and Culture Fun. I don't know if you guys have heard of this site before, but it's become very, very popular. So Google Arts and Culture is an online platform where people can access high-resolution images of artworks that are housed in museums. Let me see if I can get there. I'm going to click this quick link. I'm going to go right here and see if that'll take me there. All right, so teachers and students can actually virtually tour museums and galleries. They can explore information about different artworks, and you can even create your own virtual collection of artworks that you can share out. Now, there's also an app. So if you get the iOS app or the iTunes app version of Google Arts and Culture, it will actually allow you to do a walkthrough feature of a project using Google Street View technology. So you'd be able to view different artworks in a 360-degree platform. You guys, there's so much to Google Arts and Culture. I could spend all day just doing a webinar on that. But what I want to show you are some of the cool experiments that have come out of it. Here's one of them, and this is done on the app. So this wouldn't be done on a Chromebook. This would be getting the app on an iPad or a tablet or a cell phone. But what you can do in the app is you can take a selfie using your webcam. The selfie, when it uploads, will then compare it to a doppelganger in one of several art museums worldwide and show you the famous piece of artwork that's similar to your selfie. So I did this experiment just for you guys. I'm going to show you my results. So this is me on the left, here and over here, and then my results came up in Google Arts and Culture at the top. It actually gives you several results, several different portraits, and depending on how you take your portrait, which way you're looking or the facial expression you make, it'll change the results. So really cool to show students how a computer can actually scan a face and then compare it to other faces, other portraits, and find something similar. So I don't know, I think it did an okay job of mine. This one over here is rather interesting. I'm not sure I see a lot of similarities, but we'll go with it. All right, all right. So that is really super cool. Another innovative activity created with Google Arts and Culture is called I think it's TSNE. Yep, there it is, TSNE map. Now, I don't even know what that stands for, you guys. I'd have to look it up. I have no idea. But this activity, this map, is created with an image processing algorithm based on visual similarity. In other words, it uses machine learning to create a really amazing app. Now, this does take a fairly high internet connection, so you want to be careful with that. I'm going to click on Explore Freely here. This is just amazing. So what you're seeing, it looks like a big landscape and all of these dots, right? But I can move, I'm just using my mouse right now, I can move in and see that as I get closer, and if I actually click on something, these are actually works of art that are organized by different similarities. So I am just moving my mouse to move around this amazing TSNE map. I don't know who made this or how they did it, but I'm impressed. And you can even go into the TSNE map and find specifics on each of the pieces of art. You can also do a guided tour where it'll take you through the different sections. So you can see they're over here. And when I click on one of these, like this one's called chairs, it takes me through the TSNE map. And I actually now am in arts of work that are made of chairs. Who knew? That's crazy, right? So that's just a really cool thing that they did with all the types of artworks that are collected in the Google Arts and Culture. Now, Art Palette's a little different. This works as a search engine that finds arts based on a chosen color palette. Using this tool, you can explore how the same 5 colors from, let's say, Van Gogh, in a portrait of Van Gogh, could be related to a Monet. And you can even take a picture or upload a picture to compare the color palette of your picture to other works of art. So I'm in an intro right now. I'm going to skip that. So what I could do right now is I could either upload my own image, or I can do this surprise me. I can also click on each of these individual palette colors on top and change them to a color I want. I'm going to do surprise me right now. So here's my color palette. Here's works of art that fit into that same color palette. One way that I've read that people have used this is to bring in a piece of artwork they have in their house and then search that, search that image to see what other artworks complement it. So I think that's kind of cool. Or if you even had a picture and you're like, what piece of art would support this picture in some way? So pretty neat how they made that using just like, machine learning and able to find that color palette. Now this is another one. This is called Free Fall, and Free Fall lets you explore thousands of artworks in just one 3-dimensional space. Again, you might need a stronger internet connection in order for this to load and in order for it to be able to be used. It even says here a fast internet connection is recommended. So when you're at school someday, just, load this site and see how strong your bandwidth is and see if it's able to perform this on a Chromebook. If you click right here where it says begin freefall, it will then take all of the artworks. It's going to kind of explode here if I can get my internet. There we go. Look at that, you guys. It's like a big explosion. This is called the Big Bang. Again, I'm in a 3D environment. When I move my mouse, you can see all the pieces of artwork moving with me. Pretty darn cool. The other thing is you can change to other things. So there's sphere, waves, and timelines. So as you change to the different views, it'll change it. So this one's going to be a wave. And again, that's all little artworks, pieces of artwork that we're looking at moving. Timeline's one of my favorites because I see this as very useful in a classroom in that students could pick a certain time period, either BC or AD, and then they could explore those works of art. So they can go through these different time periods, right? They can move along, find a time period they're interested in, click on an piece of artwork in that time period and view it and see, what kind of art was created in this particular time. They can also go 3D right down here in the corner. So now I'm in a 3D view of this. Super cool, you guys. So I really had a lot of fun exploring the free fall and seeing how that was done. Now, here's just another quick little GIF that I made and some examples if you want to share that out and tell people kind of the views that you can see. Now this next one, Origami Simulator, would be great to use with your students if you're studying any kind of geometry, if you're talking about tessellations, or even just doing some origami. I'm going to click right down here in this hyperlink to take us to the site. Now this is going to allow you to simulate how any origami crease pattern will fold. And I recommend starting again with this About tab right here. And then that'll help you kind of see how this site works. Again, this is a 3D environment, so as I move my mouse, I can actually move the shape. I can take this origami shape and I can make it flat so I can see the lines as they appear on the paper, and then I can make it folded. And there's so much more to do here besides just looking at different materials and different strains and all this. If you go to the Examples tab, you will see how you can look at many things here, from origami tessellations. I don't even know what some of this stuff is. There's pop-up, geometric patterns, all kinds of stuff. So take your students here, let them explore, share out things that you find that are useful that you're teaching. But I highly recommend this one. I think it's a pretty cool site. Okay. Let's move on to Drawing Fun from Google. I have a feeling some of you out there may have heard of a few of these really cool sites. Have you guys heard of AutoDraw? I think it came out about 2 years ago, I would say. And oh my gosh, have I had fun with students and teachers with AutoDraw. This site is a new kind of drawing tool. It pairs the magic of machine learning with drawings from real talented artists to help anyone and everyone be able to draw and create something very visually pleasing really quickly. So I'm going to demo this. I'm going to try to draw a light bulb. And as I'm drawing my light bulb, the computer is going to try to figure out what it is I'm drawing through machine learning, through its neural net, and it's going to try to give me some predictions. So along the top, you can see I have some predictions, trying to think, what is it that this person is trying to draw right now? Now my light bulb looks okay, but what I'd rather do is come right up here. I've got lots of different suggestions, but you notice there are some actual light bulbs, and I'm going to click on one, and it changes my simple drawing into an official artist drawing. From here, I can use my tools along the left, so I can go to the fill tool and change to a color and actually fill my light bulb in. I can add text to my drawing. I can freehand draw. This auto draw pen is the one where if I draw, it'll give me suggestions along the top of what it thinks I'm trying to draw. And there's even a shapes tool. And if I wanted to, when I was finished with my whole entire drawing, if I wanted to share it, I hit the 3 bars in the top left that opens your menu. And here I can download my drawing. I can share it with a link. I can get simple how-tos. I can read a little bit about the artist and how that happens, or even there's an About tab again. I love it anytime I see an About tab, because I'm like, that's where I go first, because that'll help me so I don't have to worry too much about figuring everything out. So that's AutoDraw. I'll bet some of you have heard of AutoDraw already. And another one that I love is Quick Draw. This is a game. So you could play this game with your students. It also uses machine learning. So you draw, and this neural network of drawings tries to guess what you're drawing. Now, of course, it doesn't always work, But the more we play with this, the better it's going to get. I find every time I demo this, I get some really interesting ideas of what to draw. So I'm going to try this, you guys. We'll see what happens. I'm going to hit let's draw. Oh boy, here we go. Oh man, I have to draw a parachute in under 20 seconds. I was hoping for something like a fish, but let's try it. Okay, parachute, let's see. Oh boy. It doesn't. Hey, I got it. I did pretty well. Not bad, right? So you could keep going and trying to draw all kinds of things. I'm also going to show you right here, you can click on this world's largest doodling data set. Again, this is called a neural network. These are all the images that have been drawn by people when playing this game. So I could actually go up here and say, okay, what are all the possibilities for cake? And when I click on cake, it's going to give me all the drawings that people have drawn that represent a cake. So very cool. And this again is called a neural network. This is a great way to teach your students what a neural network is and how machine learning works. So I love Quick Draw. I hope you get to explore that one with your students this year. Now this one, I have to say this is not a Google. Almost everything I've shared today has been Google, but this one is a little different, but it's worth mentioning. This is a stop motion animator extension. I have a hyperlink right here for you to go to get the extension. What it does is it's going to allow you to quickly create a stop motion video like the one that you see playing right here. So all I did was I used the extension to capture pictures. Each time you capture a picture, it'll show the mask of the previous image so that you can see exactly what was there before and kind of move or adjust things to make things move. And when you're done, you're able to save this and quickly download it or share it out with the link. It's so easy to use. I just think it's really cool that kids can do something to show a process happening, like in science class or even a math problem over time, to quickly capture their work and show how it changed over time. Alrighty, I've got some more to share with you. I hope you're having fun. I'm having a blast, you guys. I love voice experiments from Google. I think they're some of the best things I've ever seen. And I'm going to start out with one that's called Meme Buddy. I don't know if you've ever tried this, but you can create a meme just through voice commands. This is a short video. If you're on the presentation and you want to watch that video, you certainly can. I don't like to play videos when I'm doing a webinar. But here's an example, a screen capture of what I did when I made a meme. So this is me speaking, and I said into my microphone, make a meme about cats. And the computer came back with, what image should we start with? And I said, a cat looking scared. And again, I spoke that into my microphone, and then the computer said, well, what should it say? And I said, daylight savings has gotten the best of me. And then it said, here is your meme. And you know what? Here's the meme it created using Meme Buddy. And then from there, I could take that meme and download it and use it wherever I like. So I've had a lot of fun with Meme Buddy, just creating really unique memes, all through voice commands. And Google has a great experiment called Mystery Animal. This is another voice experiment to see if you can guess an animal in 20 yes or no questions. You can do this using your Google Home if you have a Google Home. If you don't have a Google Home, you just can simply open the website on a device like a Chromebook or other device, and you can just click preview it here, and the app will then open, and you simply ask a question. So you would start out saying, are you a mammal? And then it'll come back saying, yes, I am, or no, I'm not. And sometimes the answers get really quirky and fun. It'll actually give you suggestions if you're not on the right track. But I highly recommend playing Mystery Animal with your students. And this really does get into a lot of good questioning techniques. You know, having students truly think about quality questions, not just any old question. So it's pretty cool when you use that with your kids. Story Speaker will let anyone create talking interactive stories, and there's no coding required. You just simply write a story in a Google Doc, you push a button, and then your Google Home device or your Chromebook, if you're doing it on a device, or any other type of laptop, can play it instantly. So I think this is kind of cool. You can click right here on this click image to hear my story. The way Story Speaker works is it gives you a template already created in a Google Doc. So a lot of the text you see here, I did not type in. I simply typed in what I was going to have the computer say if a person gave a certain response. And the way this works, folks, is it works through an add-on. So in the add-ons, I went to Get Add-ons, and I added the add-on called Story Speaker. Then when I open Story Speaker, it opens this little panel along the right-hand side. And here's where you can, when you go to play your story, you can play it on your Google Home, or you can come right down here where it just says play your story in chat preview. And when you do that, it actually will talk you through the story. I'm not sure if you can actually hear it reading the story to me, but the computer's actually reading. And then the person has to respond. You can use your microphone, or you can just type in your response and say, you know, which way am I going to go? Think of this sort of like a choose your adventure too. You have two choices. So each time the person who's listening to the story makes a choice and speaks in their answer, it depends on the path that the story takes. So again, this is Story Speaker. I highly recommend, if you're going to use this with students, try it first on your own, write your own story, and so you can see the process. It's really not difficult, which is what's so amazing, because there's no coding or anything involved. All right, I have a few more things to share with you today. This is my final section, and it's all about webcam and image fun from Google. So this first one, I absolutely adore this. This is called Teachable Machine. And what Teachable Machine lets you do is easily show anyone how they can start exploring how machine learning works. It lets you use your webcam on your computer to make different motions, and depending on the motion you make into your webcam, some type of response will happen. So this is a little video you guys can play on your own and watch, but you'll see me over here in the webcam. If I shake my head no, this little GIF comes up of a dog shaking no. If I wave my hand into the computer, a different little GIF will play. In this case, it's a kitten that's waving back. You can also do where your motion, whatever you do into the webcam, can play a sound of some sort, or it can even do speech, speaking back. But this whole project called Teachable Machine from Google will walk you through, and your students through, step by step. Like, it teaches you how to do this, so you don't have to do a lot of prep for this one. It's basically going to teach students how machine learning works. So I highly recommend it. I've used it with students quite a bit in the classroom, and they're always amazed and like, oh my gosh, this is amazing technology. This one that I'm talking about now is called Google, let's see, what is it? Google Cloud Vision API. I think that's, I looked it up once. It's like application interface, maybe application program interface or something like that. APIs are used a lot in computer systems. I just don't fully understand what's going on. But here's what I do know. This application, you can upload an image, and the Google Cloud Vision will quickly scan the image and then classify it into categories. So here you see an example that I took of a lighthouse not too far away from where I live here in Fond du Lac. And the Google Cloud Vision was able to find out all kinds of information just from scanning the photo. It even knew it was in Fond du Lac. It knows it's near a city called Ripon, right on a Lake Winnebago. You know, so it gave all this really cool information. And you guys, you know what I did? I brought in my profile picture, and I let it scan my face. And the Google Cloud Vision, I could have clicked on any of these tabs, by the way, but I stuck with the Faces tab. It could actually recognize from scanning my face that this picture shows joy, but very unlikely that it would show sorrow or anger or surprise. Isn't that interesting? So I've tried this with other pictures of people just to see, and yes, it actually can read a person's expression. It's just amazing how that facial recognition technology and the scanning of a face now can produce so many interesting and accurate results. And then I have one called Thing Translator. This allows you to take a picture of something just with your webcam. So that's me holding up my Snapple drink as I was having my lunch one day, and I just held it up to my webcam and it scanned the picture. And then what happens is it actually speaks to you, and you can hear how to say the object that you held up in different languages. In this case, I chose Spanish, but you could choose many different languages. So think about your ELA classrooms and how cool this would be that kids could actually scan an object or take a picture, and it would read back to them what that is. Very, very cool. Or even in your world language classes, so students could, scan and think, what would I call this object? Oh my goodness, you guys. This is my last and final share. Giorgio Cam. I cannot play this one for you because it's a video. You'll have to play it on your own, but you will be laughing when you play this. What it does is, again, it's machine learning. It lets you take a picture of something with your computer webcam, and then it will create a song, an actual song that it will sing to you about the object that you held up. And the song even has music and a beat to it. It gives you like the full lyrics. You'll see the lyrics scan across your computer. It's just super fun and cool. So I recommend when we're done with the webinar today, go check out Giorgio Cam and see if it can sing you a song. Hey, you guys, there are so many great things from Google that involve STEAM in so many ways. I sure hope that I've given you a great overview today of all the incredible things that are out there. Feel free to go to the Experiments with Google site and check out more things that maybe are more applicable to your specific subject area classroom. But I had a lot of fun today. Thank you, Simple K-12, for letting me come on and share. It was a great morning.
Awesome, Deb. Thank you so much for sharing all of those wonderful tips and tricks with us. I'm going to go ahead and bring the screen back. And if anyone has last minute questions now, they're time to submit those. But we did have some already come in. Okay, the first one is from Anna. Is it free to use for the song maker?
Yes, as a matter of fact, every single thing that I shared today is free. I probably should have said that. So none of them cost money. Everything's available to anyone who wants to use them.
Awesome. Now, Susan typed in specifically with fifth graders, but I think this could be applied for any grade. What are your thoughts on using the origami simulator, specifically with fifth grader students? And also, how long does it take to create?
Well, the origami simulator is going to simulate what happens when we do different folds. So converse folds or inverted folds. So the basic idea there isn't that you are physically creating the origami in front of you. It's rather simulating what happens when you do origami. So think of like the famous origami I know of is the crane. A lot of kids have done the crane origami. There's a simulation to show the kids what happens when you fold that crane. So as far as how long it would take, it would just depend on, the steps that you would go through with your kids at different levels. The simulator is just showing how it would look.
Awesome. And Rita typed in and she said this is not necessarily about your content of the presentation, which she mentioned was great in all caps, but she's interested as to what slide template that you use and where did you get it? She said, I love using those templates, and she loved it.
Well, let's see. I've made so many of these, I cannot actually tell you the exact place that I found that template, but I will tell you this. I do use a site called presentermedia.com. It is a paid site, so I pay for it. It's not a lot, but I find a lot of my really unique different types of presentations on Presenter Media. I'm sorry, I don't remember if this one came from Presenter Media or not.
That's okay.
Lots of questions about how to get the CEU certificates, and I know Ann was asking earlier how to get her membership to Simple K-12, so I'll go ahead and answer that now for you guys. If you see the CEU certificate on the screen, that's just a really great example of what they look like here at Simple K-12. This is a perk of our membership here. So if you are a member of Simple K-12, the CEU certificates for your clock hours, PGP points, whatever your state or district calls them, will be available within 48 hours. So I'm going to show you guys how to get those. And if you aren't a member of Simple K-12, I will show you just how easy it is to join today. So bear with me. Once you get your membership, these are the steps that you would take. You just go to view your profile, and hopefully members, you're familiar with this. Go into your transcript report. Now you will have your own transcript report, and it will log all of your on-demand webinar activity as well as your live activity for today. 48 hours after today's live event, you will see this little ribbon, and hopefully you guys can see this here on the left. Kind of trying to highlight it here. When you click that, you can print your certificate of completion for each webinar event. If you want to print them all at once, you can just use the date range filter and then print the entire transcript. Now, a lot of people also asking about Canva or Canvas, a really great tool. So I want to show you where all of the other training content is. Also, folks asking, how do I watch this again? Do you have more Google training? I know we have a great lineup today, but I wanted to show you, once you log in, how to access all of the on-demand training from Simple K-12. So all you do is click our course catalog. Guys, thousands of trainings available at your fingertips. Our members absolutely love this. Again, if you're not a member yet, I'll show you how you can join in just a second. But guys, check this out. You will be like a kid in a candy store. Earning your CEUs has never been easier. Plus, again, going back to that PD model where, one size does not fit all. Here you can decide what you want to learn, when you want to learn it, whether it's blended learning. Maybe you want to do blogging in your classroom. Maybe you have classroom management issues. Don't we all? College and career readiness, counseling topics, differentiation, personalized learning, sweeping the country right now, digital storytelling, ESL, ELL, game-based learning. Then we get to all things Google. If you're a beginner, you might want to jump into Google Basics. You might not be able to see this, but we have 64 webinars available on Google Basics. That is 32 credit hours. Then you can jump to Google Intermediate, another 67 webinars, 34 credit hours. And if you have Google Chromebooks, keep on going, jump into that. About 20 credit hours just on using the devices, from classroom activities, managing them, everything you could want to know. And we're only on G. If you keep scrolling, you're going to go to learning theories. That's why we have things like Marzano and all of the different learning theories that are out there. Microsoft, mobile learning intermediate, personal enrichment, reading and writing. That's where we're going to get into curriculum areas, response to innovation, school safety, special ed, STEM. STEM is so hot right now. Google is definitely our hottest training topic, and STEM is right behind it. Maker spaces, coding, robotics. Guys, it is all there for you. You're going to be learning and connecting with the world's best trainers. These are the folks that come on and conduct the training for you, the same folks that charge hundreds of dollars for workshops or thousands of dollars to come into your school. I know you're going to recognize these educational rock stars. I can't even scroll through them in time, guys. This is all available for you, not to mention the Shared Resources Center, where you can browse by subject, grade level, and resource type, download activity sheets, lesson plans. If you're not a member of Simple K-12 yet, today is your day. We would love for you to join. Now, normally a membership. Now, guys, I hope you're paying attention. This is going to show you how to join today. I know a lot of those questions were coming in. When you go to our site, and Lori's going to send you a link here in a second. If you go to our site, the regular membership price is $397 for 1 year access. You do not have to pay this today. So guys, don't worry about that. But for the members that are here that have paid their membership fee already for the year, you guys know this is an incredible value. That's about the cost of a 3 or 4 day conference. And this is 24/7, 365. So a full year of access. But like I mentioned, you do not have to pay that today. So to get a price, or to not pay this, Lori is going to send you a link, and you have to have this very special link, and I'll show you exactly what to do, guys. Now, as I mentioned, you're going to get all of the live upcoming webinars, 500 live webinars a year. You're going to get all of the on-demand CEU certificates, 24/7, 365. You're going to have access to the Shared Resources Center, the trainer. Now, Again, normally one of our discounts takes it down to $297. This is great for friends and family, things like that. You're not even going to pay that today, guys. We have a triple discount for you, taking it down to $197. That's $200 off. And then our final triple discount price, just $177. But guys, you can only get this if you have the special link that Lori gave us. And what, Lori? The coupon?
There's a coupon code today.
Coupon code? Okay, I don't think the coupon works with this offer because it's already low. But we can try it out. Someone wrote in about a coupon code. We have our friends and family event going on. I don't think this is going to work, but we can try it. Wow. Is that supposed to happen? $30 off. All right. Well, it seems to be working. Okay. So a triple plus a discount. So all right. Sorry. Let's go back here. It looks like our friends and family discount is working on top of the webinar discount. I don't know how long this will be working. The coupon code is family. Normally, let's see if I do it again. What happens? No, okay, just 30. Now I'm getting greedy. Okay, guys, go ahead. I can't promise how long that coupon code's going to be working, only because I know it's supposed to be taking it off of the 297, but it is working on the 177. Let's try the 2-year option. Let's see if it works there. It does not work there. So it looks like it's only working if you want the 1-year option. Maybe they've turned it off because they found out that it's working. Nope, it's still working. Okay, so it's working on the 1-year option. Hey, I say take advantage of it. If there's a tech glitch, that's on our end. I think you guys should totally take advantage of that. Normally $177. If you go into the 1 year, I'm going to keep trying this. Looks like the $30 is coming up. Okay, guys, this is a no-brainer for $147. Yeah, that is, you can't get any sort of professional development for that price. That's 1 year access to absolutely everything, $147. So Lori's going to send you the link. Again, I don't want to, say anything incorrectly. So what I will have to say is that the price for today is $177. So that will be available until midnight. It appears that there is a glitch with our friends and family coupon. It is working on the $177 price. But we cannot guarantee that. So that seems to be some sort of tech glitch. I know once the orders start coming in, our tech team is probably going to get some sort of notification. It is a Saturday. I'm not sure if they'll be working or catching it, but Lori's going to keep an eye on that. If you buy now, it looks like the $30 is still coming off. The coupon code is family. So guys, family, what's most important to us, it's part of our friends and family deal. That does seem to be working on the 1 year option. It's not working on the 2 year option. So 1 year, just $147 if you use that coupon code family. Guys, don't feel bad. Someone asks, is it cheating if I use it? No, it's not cheating. It's working. That's on our end. You should not feel bad about it. You should feel great that you're getting a good deal. Will the 147 be valid until midnight tonight? I can't say that, guys, because it really should be 177. That is the discount that we're offering for the webinar, and it will expire at midnight tonight. But it does appear that the coupon code family is working, so you guys are getting an incredible value on this. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about something. If you love today's webinar events and you want to come back for more, you have to have your membership, because normally these events are members only. If you want access to over 1,000 videos on demand to watch at your leisure, you have to have this membership. If you want to connect with 800,000 other teachers just like you who are in your same shoes every single day, we're all in this together. We stay up late, we wake up early, we're grading papers during ballet practice. Guys, this is a community of educators dedicated to helping each other. Sometimes we're going to be at a high in our career, sometimes we're going to be at a low, and we're going to need a helping hand. And that's what Simple K-12 is all about. We've all been to a boring professional development seminar before. irrelevant, not engaging. It's not something that we can put into our classroom, but Simple K-12 is here for teachers, by teachers, made for you. And don't forget the certificates of completion. But guys, I want to point something out, because if you're joining us today because this event went viral on Facebook or a friend told you about us, you might not know too much about Simple K-12. We've been in business for over 35 years. We're the world's largest provider of online professional development. We serve more than 1 million teachers all around the world. We work with schools, states, teachers from literally over 120 countries. And guys, we offer a 45-day, 100% money back guarantee. I don't want you to say that you like Simple K-12. I don't even want you to say that you love Simple K-12. We want you to say that Simple K-12 is hands down the best professional development experience you have ever had as a teacher. And if you can't say that, we will give you your money back, because this is an investment in yourself. That's what professional development is: learning, growing, and sharing, becoming a better version of you. And really, for me, it's all about staying motivated. Sometimes it is tough, especially this time of the year. It can be rough, guys. We've all been there, but your peers are going to be there to lift you up, encourage you, give you ideas. And I got to go check to make sure this coupon code is still working, because I can't even believe that it is $147, guys. You probably have not seen this price before. You probably won't see it again. I do see that the orders are coming in, so the coupon is working. Matthew just joined, Rodney just joined, Sarah just joined, Jasmine joined, Scott joined, Julie joined, Mark joined, Troy joined. The coupon code is working. DJ joined, Sarah joined, Michael joined, Linda, Lisa, Rich. Guys, this coupon code is working. I don't know how long it will be working for. You have to have this special link. I'll put it up on the screen. Take a picture of it. simpleK12.com/Google webinar. The code is still working, yes. How will I know if the code works? Well, when you type in the word family, it will take $30 off. Now, if the code stops working, guys, I want to point out $177 is an incredible value for absolutely everything you get. You cannot find this type of professional development anywhere close to this cost. You are joining a network of teachers that are all going to be there for you 24/7. Now, I'm just scrolling through. The coupon code is working. I'm getting notifications on my cell phone about all the orders that are coming through. It's working. You can grab that. Just go to this link, add family. For some reason, it's only working on the 1 year. There's definitely some sort of tech glitch. Let's see here. All right, I did just get a text from our tech team. They asked if there was something wrong with the webinar pricing. I'm not going to answer them yet. I'm going to, I'll answer them once the next webinar starts. So guys, you have about 10 minutes. I'm going to hold off to text them back until after I kick off the next webinar. So you're going to have a little bit more time to scoop up that. Again, you're getting not only a triple discount, but if you apply the word family at checkout, you're going to take an extra $30 off. I got to go start up the next webinar event, and I'll see you soon.